Hey, what's going on, everyone? James Numbers here, and welcome back to another YouTube video. And today we're going to be going over the cast of Survivor 48, Part 1. Now, I'm going to be doing this into 3 parts with one for each tribe. And today I'm going to be doing the orange tribe, which is Civa, because it's in alphabetical order. Alright, I'm sorry I had to pause. I had to sneeze for a second. Crap. Alright, anyways. With that being said, we're going to get started with this. Our first person is Charity Nelms. Charity is a 34-year-old from Monroe, Michigan, currently living in St. Petersburg, Florida, and she is a flight attendant. She's bold, fun, and loyal. Okay. Because for years my insecurities held me back from so much in life, I always wanted to be on Survivor, but never thought I could do it. Really? She's insecure. I'll be honest, I would have never guessed that. Now I'm here making up for lost time and experiences I used to hold myself back from. What's one life experience you feel has prepared you for the game? Being a flight attendant. I deal with hundreds of people and personalities every day. My job is like playing Survivor in a metal tube. Really? We'll see if, so she's going to be playing more. So basically, because of her experience as a flight attendant, she feels ready for the social aspect of Survivor. Okay. So she's going to be playing more of a social game. Which previous players do you identify with the most? Who do you think you will play most like? Tony and Jane are my favorite players, but my game is my own. I'm going out there and playing like me. What will you value in an alliance partner? Obviously, loyalty and honesty, but also just someone who is fun to play the game with. Alright, so she's looking for an adventure, but she also wants loyalty, of course. She wants to work with people. No, this question is involving what will you value in an alliance partner, but yeah, I guess these are pretty obvious. Her favorite hobbies are working out, traveling, reading, and creating content. Huh, interesting. Since working out is one of her hobbies, she might be a strong player. She might do pretty good in challenges. That's gonna be good for the tribe. Pet peeves: when people don't use headphones in public and blast their phones on full volume. Ah, okay, I guess that makes sense. What is the accomplishment you're most proud of? Losing 100 pounds and getting healthy inside and out, and now coaching women through health journeys? Wow, she lost 100 pounds. That's amazing. Wow, that that's pretty hard to do. What is something we would never know from looking at you? I'm honestly shocked by a lot of what I've read already. Your girl can sing. Oh, and she's a singer too, huh? Who is your biggest inspiration and why? Her dad. He is the smartest and most generous person I have ever met. He is truly brilliant and so humble. Why will you be the sole survivor? Because I don't quit. I always find a way when I'm all in on something. You know, she does play her cards right. I could see her totally being winner material. You know, out of the 7 seasons since Survivor Winners at War, after Survivor's Winners at War, I'm sorry, throughout those 7 seasons, from Survivor 41 to 47, only 2 of the winners have been men, Survivor 43 and 44. So, I could totally see Charity winning this one, potentially, if she plays her cards right. Anyways, next is Chrissy Sarnowski, a 55-year-old from from the south side of Chicago, Illinois, and she's a fire lieutenant. Ooh. The 3 words to describe her are badass, lucky, and generous. Alright, we'll see about that. I could totally see her developing a bit of an ego, but whether we'll see that on the show, we'll see. Why do you want to be a part of Survivor? Why not? I want to show all the little girls out there they can be firefighters slash truck drivers slash policemen, etc. Anything they want. What's one life experience you feel has prepared you for the game? Sometimes as a firefighter, you are assigned to a new firehouse with new crew. You learn that real fast. You learn real fast how to size people up and how to deal with different personalities. All right, so another experience that is going to be related to the social aspect of the game. Which previous player do you identify with the most? Who do you think you will play most like? I really like Carolyn. She was herself, and that's how I intend to play. Be myself, except maybe lie a little, haha. Okay, so she's gonna be social, but she's not afraid to lie. So, okay. That's gonna. Let's just hope she doesn't lie too much. What will you value in an alliance partner? Looking for someone I connect with. I know we are all in it to win, but if you have someone that has your back, at least the final five, that would be ideal. Okay, that's pretty good. Her favorite hobbies are working out again. I love cardio, but I also like to eat junk food, so it equals out. Oh, okay. So very medium, moderate, give or take. But the fact she does love working out, Civa could be so far. Civa's looking like to be a pretty strong tribe, from what I'm hearing. Of course, her pet peeves are when someone doesn't wipe off gym equipment and leaves it all sweaty, gross. Yeah, that seems relatable. What is the accomplishment you're most proud of? Probably everything. I grew up poor, dropped out of high school. Oh damn. So I'm very proud of everything I did. Raised my son slash single mom, firefighter slash paramedic, lieutenant slash nurse. What is something you would never know from looking at you that I dropped out of high school? Yep, that sounds about right. I would have never expected that. Who is your biggest inspiration and why? Me! I came from nothing, welfare family, to having a great career, supporting my son by myself. Yeah, I could totally see her developing an ego, and it could potentially cost her. But if she can play that ego down and be humble, and I can see some of that humbleness within her, she could have a chance. I don't know if she'd win, but we'll see. Why will you be the sole survivor? I'm doing this for me and my family and friends. I have friends fighting cancer. My mother's getting older and I want to help them all out. So overall, Chrissy, here's how I see it. I think I could see her totally making to like a little over the halfway point or seeing her as an early boot. But she is going to be a strong player from what I'm hearing. But not as strong as Charity, but hey, she can pull her weight. All right, next is David Kin, a 39-year-old originally from Long Beach, California, now living in Buena Park, California, and he's a stunt performer. A stunt performer? Ooh, that sounds very physical. All right, this tribe's actually already looking to be pretty strong. Three words to describe you: passionate, daring, and curious. Oh, we got a risk taker going on. Oh, a risk taker. That's gonna be good. Why do you want to be a part of Survivor? I believe my background will give me an advantage in the games in many ways. I've gained confidence through my accomplishments, and I seek adventure, experience, and validation. I do well. I love challenges, and to me, this show seems as if it could challenge me in ways I have not yet been. What's one life experience you feel has prepared you for the game? Many of my experiences have prepared me for the game, but none more so than the diverse group of people I have lived and worked with across multiple countries and continents. Oh, so he's traveled around the world. That's pretty cool. That's why he's so adventurous, because he has traveled around the world. It has allowed me to embrace such a diverse world filled with extraordinary people from all walks of life. So he's going to be. So this is related to the social aspect. Which previous player do you identify with most? Who do you think you'll play most like? I am compared to Jonathan Young a lot, and there are obvious similarities, but truthfully, I cannot think of a player that I would be like, though admittedly, I have not seen every season of Survivor. Honesty! Some honesty! I like that. I like that. Someone who's very humble. What will you value in an alliance partner? Kindness. This is a ruthless game at times. Feelings be hurt, tears shed, and at some periods betrayal will hit. But honoring knowing someone is genuine in their kindness makes trusting them easier and forgiving them possible. Favorite hobbies are flying, riding, jet skis, diving, gaming, and playing board games. Alright. Pet peeves are a lack of consideration for those around you and someone being rude or ill mannered. What's the accomplishment you're most proud of? I've been going to the gym for a long time, and despite injuries, I have been very consistent with my health and ideals. I am proud of my health, the hard work I've put into it, and will continue to. What is something we would never know from looking at you? My favorite movie of all time is Notting Hill. His biggest inspiration and why? His parents. While no childhood is perfect, I think they did a damn good job raising me and my sisters. I look forward to being a parent one day, and I will definitely have learned a lot from them. Why will you be the sole survivor? Self awareness. I know who I am, what I am capable of, and more importantly, how others will perceive me. I will have to face all of these and will use them to my advantage. My gut is telling me that although David will be a strong player, I think he might get taken out a little early because I think he's going to play the game a little too risky. But you know what? I do like David for just from reading this, and honestly, we'll see. Next is Camilla Carthagesu, a 31-year-old originally from Toronto, Canada, now living in Foster City, California, who is a software engineer. All right, someone who's more on the mental side, that could be good. So apparently she is silly, expressive, and impatient. Oh, the impatient. Oh, that could be a problem. Why do you want to be a part of Survivor? I've wanted to play since I was 9 because the challenges look fun, but now I'm old and so they look less fun. Instead, I wanted to play a solid, fun game and rep brown girls well, since our representation was non existent when I was growing up. I want to show all the brown girls' lives better when you ignore the aunties and do the exact opposite of what they want you to do. You be yourself and you love yourself. Alright, this is more of a social issue. Alright. What's one life experience you feel has prepared you for the game? Failing every step of the way when starting my career. Failed to get into the right college program, failed to transfer into the right program, failed to convert any of my internships into full time jobs, failed to find a job in the field I wanted. I never let myself mourn my dreams getting crushed. I immediately went to how do I continue to succeed from there mode, and it worked out better than expected. Things won't always go my way in Survivor, but I can handle it. All right. So Camila is basically thinking very realistically. That's pretty nice. Which previous player do you identify with the most? Who do you think you will play most like? I identify with the most Marianne. She was her fun, goofy self out there. Play most like, as much as I'd like to play a dominant game like Tony, I think I'll end up playing like Erica. Our and mannerisms are so unthreatening, and I think I can help, and I think that can help me sneak my way to the end. So she's basically going to be playing like a low threat, fly under the radar game. All right. What will you value in an alliance partner? Someone with a sense of humor, please. It's so hard to be around unfunny people and people who don't know how to have fun. Hmm. That could be nice, but I don't know how much that will help you in the game though. Her favorite hobbies are video games. A. Bass. Had to quit Maple Story cold turkey when I got the call because I may have an addiction. Lifting, okay, and singing off key and unintentionally until my husband asked me to stop. Oh, that could this kill her? Game? Maybe. This could, maybe. Her pet peeves are what people who message me hello or can I ask you a question without actually asking their questions until I respond. Every time this happens, I use a year off my life. I'm dead now. Oh man. What is the accomplishment you're most proud of? Paying off my parents' mortgage and becoming a safety net for both my immediate and extended family. Wow, that's actually amazing. Growing up, I watched my parents sponsor and house so many of their siblings, parents, nieces, and nephews who made the move to Canada. So it's the least I can do. What is something we would never know from looking at you? I play on a women's semi professional Valorant team in 2021, and we placed top 16 in the North American Women's League. Wait, isn't Valorant like a video game or something? If that's really the case, then wow, it's esports. Hmm. I like that. Who is the biggest inspiration and why? My parents, of course. They didn't have the best opportunities growing up. My mom didn't get to go to high school, but they sacrificed a solid 20 years of their lives working night shifts, overtimes, multiple jobs, anything to bring home extra money to provide opportunities for me and my brother, as well as support their own siblings and parents. There is no one as selfless as them, okay? Why will you be the sole survivor? People won't perceive me as a threat. I'm 5'1", so I'm not a physical threat. And I have a shit vocabulary, so I don't sound smart when I speak. That's a double-edged sword right there. But I promise, there's a brain up there, and it has at least one wrinkle. Okay, I think she could make it far if she can able to address her problems in her game. But otherwise, I suspect that she's going to be an early boot. I'm sorry to say. I think she is also going to be an early boot as well. Next is Kyle Frazier, a 31-year-old from Roanoke, Virginia, living in Brooklyn, New York, and he's an attorney. Okay, 3 words. He's very fun, crafty, and social. Okay, another social player. It's the best. Why do you want to be a part of Survivor? It's the best game on earth. Even though my and my tribe mates' backgrounds will color the game, they can't control the game. It's the one place where your actions inside of this society are almost entirely what matters. Beautiful. What's one life experience you feel has prepared you for the game? I taught a GED and history/humanities course at a juvenile detention center. Ooh, that's actually amazing. Understandably, learning was not front of mind for my students who were in such a traumatic environment, but I found ways to connect and I'm proud of that. Okay, so in relations to both social and mental aspects of the game, that's pretty good. What previous player do you identify with most? Who do you think you will play most like? One, Davey. He was unabashedly himself in light of the stereotypes he noted that were constantly forced on him as a black man. Okay, another social issue. Alright. 2, Jay. I think he's one of the most underrated Survivor players ever, especially given the obstacles he faced in a season with a very strong cast. I'll give it to him, he is right. What will you value in an alliance partner? An open mind and willingness to play the game with intention while still having fun. Open mindedness, willingness to play the game. Alright, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good. Having a really strong partner can help you really good in getting far. But it can also be like a double-edged sword where that partner could potentially stab you in the back or straight out beat you in the final phase of the game if you make it that far. So double-edged sword, give or take. Favorite hobbies are playing with my dogs, houseplants, and gym. Okay. Pet peeves are uppity people and people who look down on others, and styrofoam. Huh, interesting. What is the accomplishment you're most proud of? I argued and won a jury trial on behalf of my juvenile client facing felony charges during my second year of law school. Wow, so basically he has a social and mental right there. Okay. What's something we would never know from looking at you? I will be a successful author one day. That'd be cool. His biggest inspiration is his older brother. He has been a consistent rock in my family throughout my hardships, and I would not be here today without him. And why will you be the sole survivor? For a multitude of reasons. I have been forced to interact with many different types of people in many different environments. I'm a people person with diverse experiences. It should help. So basically, his gameplay is going to be more of a social and mental strategy. Not much of a physical aspect, but he does go to the gym. So overall, the tribe is looking to be somewhat of a strong tribe. And in terms of Kyle's game, I think he can make it to like the halfway point to the merge of the game, but I think he's going to either be an early boot or he's going to be in the or he'll get booted in the middle of the game. But if he can survive, but if he's able to survive that, I think, I don't know. I don't know if he'd win, but I could totally see him putting up a really good jury speech if he makes it to final tribal council. That's what I'll say. But otherwise, I think he'll be like booted either early or mid game. And last for this tribe and for this video will be Mitch Guerra. He is a 34-year-old from Waco, Texas, and a PE coach. Oh, PE coach. Oh, another physical player, potentially. 3 words to describe himself are joyful, relational, and competitive. Okay, so his game is gonna be right now, from what I expect, is gonna be both a social and physical standpoint. So definitely relies on challenge wins for sure. Why do you want to be a part of Survivor? I want to be proud of myself and that I want to prove to myself that my speech impediment doesn't limit me and that I can come up here and compete with anyone. Oh, so he has a speech impediment. That's interesting. What's one life experience you feel has prepared you for your game? Growing up as a person who stutters really forced me to become comfortable and being uncomfortable. It forced me to work through hard moments every day by continually putting myself out there, thus allowing me to become more resilient. Now, I actually did have a friend. No, this isn't about Mitch, but as okay, all right. I'm sorry about that, guys. Um, when it comes to the stuttering part, I actually do have a friend who actually did have a stutter while we were in school. So yeah, I can totally understand how hard life could be when talking, and you might want to take your time when with people who stutter, because it's something that they can't really control. It's just something that they have, but it really doesn't really change who they are as a person. So, and they can be really cool people when you get to know them. It's just something that they stuttering is just something that some people have that they just can't control. You know what I mean? Anyways, guys, let's continue. Which previous player do you identify with most? Who do you think you will play most like? I resonate with Spencer Bledsoe and Joe England because of their competitiveness and love for the game. John Cochran, the second time he played, he wasn't afraid to make moves and he played to win when others probably underestimated him. Alright, some big names. What will you value in an alliance partner? Someone who's easy to talk to, listens well, someone who values your opinion, is level headed, understands this game, is built on strong relationships. All right, so he is. All right, I guess that makes sense. Favorite hobbies: lifting weights or running with friends. Going dancing, playing tennis, volleyball, slow pitch, softball. Yep, more physical aspect. Pet peeves: people who always have to be right, people who interrupt or who are not good listeners, people who complain or are negative. Okay. What are the accomplishments you're most proud of? Being a first generation college student and graduating from Texas A&M University. What's something that we would never know from looking at you? I love endurance sports. I started running 2 years ago. Since then, I've done my first half marathon, full marathon, 20-mile trail race, Ironman 70.3. His biggest inspiration and why? My mom. She sacrifices for those around her. She loves incredibly well, and she has a heart of gold. Why will you be the sole survivor? Because of my ability to build relationships with people. I'm non-threatening and can use that's my advantage in the game. I thrive in a little chaos. When things get challenging is when I thrive. Alright, so he's gonna be playing a little bit of a risky game. I like that. He likes chaos, and he's gonna be playing on both a physical and social aspect. So I don't know. Could Mitch Guerra be a challenge beast? I don't know. But all I can say is Civa is looking to be a very strong team. I think Mitch has the potential to go very far. Like maybe Final Six, maybe Final Five. I could definitely see him winning a few challenges for sure. In the individual aspect of the game. So with that being said, guys, I think that's gonna be it for the first part for now. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. Peace.